This one is from Chelsea Elizabeth. Thank you, Chelsea Elizabeth, for tuning in to Ask Devin Anything. How do you choose new franchise partners? Okay, new franchise partners are chosen in the following way. First and foremost, we have all the structure. I'll explain that. But I think of Burn Boot Camp very much like the sports team that filled the void that I lost when I went from the Central Michigan Chippewas to the San Francisco Giants to then the abyss, the darkness, and nowhere. Because here's what happens as an athlete. You spend your entire life with an identity, in my situation, that I was going to be in the big leagues, the MLB, pitching under the lights. Couple that with a living hell for a childhood, adolescence, and an upbringing. I was really fixed on that identity because that was my ticket. That was my way out. That was my way never again to experience what I had experienced. And then boom, one day, Devin, you're not good enough to play anymore. Sorry about it. We appreciate your time. Here's your plane ticket. Have a good day. Thank you for your contributions to the organization. We hope you're a Giants fan for life. Whew. Wow. Okay. It's a tough one. So in that moment, I lost my identity. I didn't know who I was. I had been a baseball player my whole life. Was I supposed to go back and just be a regular guy now? Like, a lot of military professionals have this problem. Coming back from the military, what's my identity? I was in the military. I had my squadron. I had my comrades. We had each other's backs. It was beyond team. It was beyond team. It went into destiny almost, collective destiny. And so I had to scratch my own itch because I was so lost that Burn Boot Camp became the void and became the team for me. And so if you don't identify with Burn Boot Camp, if you're not like, hey, Burn Boot Camp is a part of my identity in some way, shape, or form, I'm just going to be honest with you. Don't even call me. Because this team looks at me and Morgan as their leader to say, hey, the people that you now bring on this team are a reflection of our collective destiny. And if you bring people on this team that don't, what we call bleed blue, and they are just here, then that's never going to work for us. It's never going to work. That's not part of our team chemistry. That's not part of the environment. Okay, when I was a San Francisco Giant, I was respectful to the LA Dodgers, but I don't like the LA Dodgers. Right? Am I a Central Michigan Chippewa? Am I respectful to the Western Michigan Broncos? Yes. But at the same time, get lost. And if there's a level of respect because you play the same sport or you have the same desired outcome, but I will not partner with competitors. Not happening. So if you love it and you bleed blue and you're passionate about it, that's a prerequisite for me. If somebody wants to get into our organization and they say, I've been looking at Orange Theory, I've been looking at maybe getting my CrossFit certification, I've also been looking at Burn Boot Camp, I'm like, next. Because I want somebody that's, when I say, hey, why Burn Boot Camp when there's amazing facilities out there like CrossFit and Orange Theory? Why Burn Boot Camp? I want them to defend Burn Boot Camp to the core. What do you mean, why Burn Boot Camp? Because I love it and it's amazing and it's changed my life and it's changed my family's life. And I used to be depressive and I used to be frustrated and from a place that I didn't think I could come back from. And I did what you're saying and I did my word flips and I turned my pain into my power and now I'm thriving and I'm thriving on all cylinders and it's because of this place and I'm going to give that to other people, whether you like it or not, DK. And I'm like, 10-4, yes sir, yes ma'am, that's what I like to hear. I like to hear conviction. I like to hear passion because that's what we have on the other side of that franchise agreement on this team are people that stand up for one another, that are a unified front, that walk together with lockstep, with our arms locked, and you can't break us down. We said hold the line during the pandemic. I got on our closed group on our Facebook page for all of our franchise partners, all of our owners, and I said, hold the line, everyone. And everyone else said, got it, DK, because we're looking to you in times of distress. You say hold the line, we hold the line. And we held the line, and not only did we hold the line, we leapfrogged from like the 25th spot to the 9th spot. We broke the top 10 in terms of revenue in fitness franchising because of our connection, our philosophy, and our determination to make the destiny a collective destiny, not an individual destiny. So, with that being said, if I didn't scare you off already and you're still here, good. And if I did scare you off, then good. So we recruit and sign the most skilled, most talent, most passionate talent that we can find. And most of our franchise partners, in fact, the vast majority were members first. And listen to this, over 90% of our franchise agreements have female ownership, okay? A lot of husband and wife power couples, wife and wife power couples. There's a lot of sister power couples. There's a lot of partnerships that happen in the organization, and there's a lot of sole proprietors, okay? So I think it's super cool that 90% of our franchise agreements are female owned, and I know it was very important to me to make sure that Morgan was the natural CEO for this organization, because she is an empowered woman experiencing all the things that we want our membership to experience, and we believe that with her in that seat, we have power as an organization because she gets to be on the very edge of the business as the CEO, feeling all of the things that we want you to be feeling with our family. So in a sense, I scratched my team itch, the lack of identity, the void in identity, and now I feel like I'm the player coach of the best team in the industry, and Morgan is here scratching her own itch because she is a boss lady, CEO, self-made woman, mom of 3, juggling the world, right? And so between both of us, we know our roles, and we wanted to make sure that we maintained the soul of our brand. We don't negotiate with the soul of our brand. The soul of our brand is to inspire, influence, and empower women and their families through community-based fitness. So if you're down with that, we can get down with you. We sign these 5-year agreements, and then they have 2 additional 5-year terms on top of that. So you'll go to franchise.burnbootcamp.com, and you'll fill out your form from there. But just like some general stuff, this is probably what you were looking for at Chelsea Elizabeth when you asked how do you choose to be, or how do you choose new franchise partners? That's the real answer. But then on top of that, you need a 700 credit score, you need $150,000 liquid, and a $300,000 net worth, so that we know that you set yourself up for financial success, because this is a business, and we are for profit, and we will teach you to walk the line of this amazing culture that I'm talking about, and then also profitability, because profit and impact go hand in hand. If we don't have profit, we don't have impact, and we hope that you would love to be a part of Burn Nation, Chelsea Elizabeth, in the future. And that does it for today. We will have 3 more questions, same time, next week, everybody. So make sure that you're tuning in. Flex and double flex on the podcast YouTube subscribe buttons. You could subscribe, and please review on podcast. If you do nothing, the most important thing for me is that you review on the podcast. I think we have 30 reviews, and we just launched in November. So we're doing a good job, but I want to see 300 ASAP. So I want you to send this episode, if it did anything for you at all, I want you to send this episode to 1, maybe 2 other people, and please ask them to write a review for us on Apple Podcasts, because that's where I like to check if you want to make me happy, because I want to make you happy. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. 2 claps on 2. 1, 2.